Good evening. With the hour of 5 o'clock having arrived, we officially started the Public Safety and Licensing Committee meeting today, November 13th, 2024. The meeting is now officially called to order. Our first order of business is the approval of the minutes for October 9th, 2024. Do I have a motion? Do I have a second? I have a motion and a second. Any opposed? Any questions? I'll ask again. Any questions? Any opposed? Seeing none, motion carries. Our next item on our agenda will be item number 0955-24. Subject communication by myself, Alderman Pete, on behalf of the City Clerk's Office, submitting an application for a new Class B fermented malt beverage and intoxicating liquor license for King's Kitchen and Cocktail LLC, DBA King's Kitchen and Cocktails, which is located at 515 6th Street, Dante White, Agent, 1st District. May the applicant please come to the podium. Thank you, sir. Attorney Arnn, would you please swear the applicant in?
Please raise your right hand. Thank you. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Just for clarification, we ask you to come in tonight so you can clarify what we call a business plan, your hours of operation, how you plan on to be a good citizen as a business in terms of neighborhood safety, community safety, things of that nature. So please proceed. Thank you. Oh, yeah.
Yes, it's
He's
on.
good. Thank you, Cole.
Okay, so I opened up a restaurant downtown Racine. The hours are Monday through Sunday. Monday through Wednesday, the hours are 1 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. And on Thursday through Saturday, the hours will be 1 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. I was applying out for the liquor license so that I can open up my dine-in and my consumers can come in, enjoy their dinner, and have some drinks.
Just to clarify, what type of experience do you have with running establishments that sell alcohol, intoxicating beverages?
I don't have any experience with serving alcohol, but I have been in business running my restaurant for over a year.
You may, and I'm sure the committee will probably have some questions, but my first question would be, hopefully you're aware of some of the issues in the downtown area in particular, which this is close to, with controlling public safety in general. How would you deal with that in terms of making sure that your patrons are not becoming a public nuisance? Sorry to put it that way, but for the sake of your time and everyone else's, I will.
My plan is to have reservation only, so I won't have to deal with large crowds. They come in, they eat their dinner, have a couple cocktails, and go about their night or their day.
Okay, thank you. I will turn it over to Alder Cole. Turn your mic on, please.
Yeah, not against this, but I never got contacted by you. I got more phone calls about this liquor license than I've ever gotten in a long time. I haven't had a chance to get back and talk to people. And I'm just got some concerns, and I'd like to, it's up to the committee, but I'd like to defer this item for 2 weeks so we can meet, so I can see what's going on, how you're doing this. Your carry-out business that you have out the back, what are your hours there?
It's 1 to 7 p.m., 1 p.m. to 7 p.m.
Like I said, I got,
Wednesday through Sunday.
because I mean, one of the things you're supposed to do is contact the alderman of the district, and I never got a call back from you, never got a call from you guys. I didn't know about
I
this.
wasn't aware that I had to reach out to you.
Yeah. Like I said, I never get phone calls from this. But this one I got phone calls from, so I just would, it's up to the committee, but I would like to defer this so I could, for 2 weeks, to sit and talk to I'm going out of context here, but we do have somebody from the district that lives right down the block. If we could have Mercedes speak, maybe that could help sway
Please,
me.
Alderman, stick to
I'm
the-
just saying,
keep
if we
it
could have her
germane
speak,
to the-
that might help.
Okay.
I mean, so your hours for carryout are the same as the restaurant? You're not 11, 12, 1 in the morning?
Oh, so the plan is from Thursday to Saturday. My hours will be from 1 p.m. to 11 p.m. And like I said, it'll be reservation only. So people are going to come in, eat their dinner. If they choose to have cocktails, they choose to have cocktails, and they'll be on their way.
Like I said, it's just that I never get a lot of phone calls, but this one I got a lot of phone calls on, and I hadn't had a chance.
Alderman Widener, thank you, Alderman. I assume you were done.
You're going to be new to selling alcohol?
Yes.
Have you taken that bartender's?
Yes, I have.
You have taken
Yep.
that? Yep. Okay. And I guess I would be wondering what kind of concerns that neighbors have brought forward that may perhaps this applicant could address?
I haven't had a chance to get back to people. They called, they were kind of wondering what it was, so nobody even had heard about this. But I guess what I'd like to hear from is the city, from the
Okay,
new for the,
okay. But we do have
business-
someone, a resident to speak, that has signed up to speak to the issue.
I'd like to hear from
Okay,
attorney for the good.
sure. Okay. So do you have anything else to add at this time?
My restaurant has been doing great. My online sales to go, I never had an issue, never had a complaint, problem, so.
Any other comments, Alderman Widener?
I'm just curious what your restaurant's going to look like. So you said reservation only? Is it because very limited?
No, I have enough tables. I just don't want to have long lines outside. There's not that much room outside and parking, so I just want to be more convenient for my customers. I don't want to deal with large crowds.
Have you been located in the same spot?
Yes,
All
I've been.
this time?
Yeah, going on 2 years.
Yep. Oh, going on 2 years?
Yes.
What kind of food do you serve?
I have soul food, American food, pasta, desserts.
And are your hours that you're operating now, are they going to change once you get your alcohol license when that happens?
Yeah, it will on the weekend.
And
Yes.
what are you anticipating your hours to be on the weekend?
It'll be 1 p.m. to 11 p.m.
On the weekend, just 1 to
So
7?
Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, it will be from 1 p.m. to 11 p.m.
11 p.m. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Alderman Widener. Attorney Arnn, is there anything from the Good Neighbors report that you could share with us?
Sure. So I did meet with Mr. White along with the building department, the health department. Right now, Mr. White is operating King's Kitchen and Cocktails on a takeout only basis. As I understand it, he's been operating for approximately 9 months. He would like to undertake some renovations and start adding a dining area as soon as that is ready and it has been approved by the health and the building department. He would then be able to add alcohol. So he is applying for a full Class B license, but would operate primarily as a restaurant. He anticipates approximately 25 to 30% of his income coming from alcohol sales, and he understands that if this ever changes and he operates primarily as a bar, different rules would apply for underage person on premises. But according to the current application, he would be classified primarily as a restaurant. So he did amend his hours of operation, as he stated, to close at 11:30 Thursday through Saturday nights, and then at 7:30 at the latest during the rest of the week. So he would not be able to go beyond those hours, even for takeout food. I believe that answers your question, Alder Cole. Sergeant Tillman did not attend the Good Neighbors meeting, but he can speak to any nuisance issues if he has anything to add, but that's really what we discussed.
I wouldn't have any concerns, especially since he's closing at 11:30. I haven't heard any issues with the restaurant, and if he's closing at 11:30 on the weekends, that's primarily before many of the issues that I know you're speaking of. Establishments down there, that's well before the large amount of those issues occur. So I wouldn't see any issues with that.
Thank you. If no one else, either on the committee or you, sir, have any other comments, I'd like to ask Ms. Mercedes to please come up.
Well, I knew him less than you do until now. The only thing I did know is that there was something the sign had said on the front for a long time. I saw nothing with activity, but I saw a sign a year or so ago saying, go to the back. But I never saw anything going on in the back door, which, of course, is 7th Street. And finally, the other day, I was doing something else totally unconnected, and I saw a real active, clientele picking up, cars coming and parking on both sides of the street and going in. And I was going to go in, but there was so much activity, I wasn't going to interfere with their business. I would love to see a good, successful business. The hours, if it's Monday through whatever days, to be posted clearly for those of us who live here because of traffic, if nothing else. And then on 6th Street, I can just say that you might want to be tempted to do some dinner hours or lunch hours, depending, you could try, indoors, but maybe that'll be something that'll come up in there. I'd like to see any good, successful business. I don't want to see any disruptive bars. We've had more than our share down here, especially as come down closer to City Hall, and I wouldn't want to see that. So I'm supportive, especially of an eating, dining establishment. And I thank you for coming down here. But please, maybe even make a postcard and go around to our mail slots and put them in so we know something about you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Does the committee have any other comments, questions, or concerns?
No, listening to everybody talk here, I feel a lot better about this than I did. I can honestly say I think I can call these people and tell them this will be okay, and I will make a motion to approve.
Have a motion. Is there a second?
I did have some questions before I seconded.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Alder.
Thank you. So the city attorney had stated that if the hours of operations would change from 1 o'clock to 7:30 or 11:30, that you would have to come back before the committee to change those hours of operation. But I'm wondering, based on the comment that was made here today, if he wished to change his hours of operations to include a lunchtime, would he have to come before the committee with a change of hours?
Yes, so right now his hours are 1 to 7:30 during the weekday, and then for the most part, 1 to 11:30 on the weekends. With an alcohol beverage license, in order to expand those hours, you would have to come back before the committee and get approval from both the committee as well as the Common Council. So we did discuss that. I asked him about lunch. He does not plan on doing that at this time. He is, however, free to close earlier on any given night. He just can't close later.
Okay, second.
Thank you. I have a motion and a second. I still have to do it because of Robert's Rule of Law, but is there any discussion? Any further questions? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Any opposed? Motion carries. Good luck, sir. Thank you.
Well, let's explain what's going to happen.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, this has got to go to council first, and after council meeting, then you'll be able to get it approved. I don't know if this will be approved at tomorrow night's council meeting, so you have to wait till after the council meeting for this to be approved. And I don't have a date off the top of my head.
No, none of us do.
Maybe Amber
But-
could tell us when our next council meeting is, or will this be on tomorrow's?
Next Tuesday will be the council meeting that anyone's items will be going to. Once it's been approved via council and all of your sign-offs are completed, then we will give you a call to have you come pick up your license.
That clear? Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our next item of business on the agenda is item number 0956-24, communication sponsored by myself, Alder Pete, on behalf of the City of Clerk's Office, submitting an application for a change of ownership for a Class B fermented malt beverage and intoxicating liquor license for Ellsworth Warren Enterprises, LLC, DBA Dragon Pit Barbecue, or BBQ, which is located at 322 6th Street, Tamarack, Agent, 1st District. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. Thank you for coming forward. Attorney Earn, would you please swear the applicant in?
Would you both please raise and write your hand, please? Thank you. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Thank you.
Thank you. I know you were listening very attentively, but I will have to repeat. You're here to explain what your business plan is, including public safety, your hours of operation. Parking may be a question. Items along those lines. How will you plan? First of all, we do, of course, welcome businesses, and we want to see the success of businesses in the area, but we have to be concerned about public safety, and this is the one time that we have to make sure that we have a great fit. So thank you, and please proceed.
Holiday, I run Dragon Barbecue operations since started during Uptown, and primarily a takeout restaurant. We moved to the downtown area about a month and a half ago, just expanding and trying to get into a full-service restaurant to provide more opportunity for our customers to enjoy our food. The next evolution in our step would be to add alcohol. That's been one of our requests from customers. Our hours of operation are going to be from Thursday through Monday, 9 a.m. until 9 p.m. We don't plan on opening any earlier, any later than that. But for the most part, breakfast and lunch is our primary thing. Once we do expand and get our plan on staying Thursday, Friday, Saturday till 9 p.m., about 9 to 5 is our primary and our busiest time. So Sundays and Mondays will just be 9 to 5, but then on Thursday, Friday, Saturday we'll be open for dinner.
I'm sorry, what time will you be closing on the weekend?
That'll be 9 p.m.
Thank you. Sure. Go ahead, please.
Do have written till midnight on our application. That's for just in case we have private events, special occasions such as First Friday downtown. We would like to be open for those kind of events later.
I'll turn it over to Attorney Arnn for the Good Neighbors report and see if the police Department has any comments.
Sure. I actually don't have too much to add. As the applicant stated, they would be closed most nights. They stated 7 or 8 o'clock during the Good Neighbors meeting. It sounds like it'll be 9 o'clock now. But they are allowed to be open up until midnight. Again, the same rules apply. They are operating primarily as a restaurant, so they can have underage person on premises if they don't consume alcohol. However, if the business plan changes and it starts operating primarily as a bar, then different rules would apply. I did speak with Mr. Holliday. It looks like he has approximately 2 years of bartending experience at the Brass Monkey. Miss Barrick, is an accountant by trade, but she does have some background in dealing with alcohol distributors, as I understand it. They have been operating and they have been open on the restaurant side since the beginning of October, so this is just adding the alcohol portion of it. They are good to go from the building and health standpoint. And then I'll leave it to Sergeant Tillman to talk about any police issues.
Thank you.
Again, much like the first gentleman, no complaints whatsoever about the business currently, and with the hours that they have, I don't see any issues, again, related to the bigger, larger problems that are in that area later in the evening. So,
Thank you. Yes, sir. Alder Cole.
I want to say I met these folks at Party on the Pavement, and I look forward to having the restaurant open downtown. It's going to be a very nice inclusion.
Thank you. Alder Widener, any comments?
Yep, thank you. So you started out in Uptown during COVID, toughest time ever to start, and your business has expanded such that you've moved downtown and now you're going to expand the further, and this is just the way that small businesses are supposed to grow. So I congratulate. I know it had to been.
Still a lot of hard work. We're still at it, so yeah. Thank you.
So any thought about franchising? Because I know that I know everybody raves about your food,
Yeah.
but also, not that it's going to stop anything from moving forward, but concern is that downtown's gain is going to be another community's loss. So,
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see.
Hey with that.
yeah, well, you would be.
Right.
Yeah,
We'll
so,
see.
so yeah. Well,
Thank you.
best of luck, yep.
Thank you, Alder Cole. Attorney Arnn?
Sorry, I should also note that during the Good Neighbors meeting, we did discuss the hours of operation. At one point, there was discussion that they would be open as a bar after the restaurant closes. We discussed that for a while, and I think in the end, they concluded that they would only be operating as a restaurant at all times, which is why there is a condition in the amendment that they did sign that requires them to serve food anytime the premise is open.
Okay. Are there any other questions, comments from our committee?
To approve.
Second.
Ms. Mercedes, would you care to speak again?
My being here added a little novel change, didn't it? I missed being here. Anyway, that's another story. Again, I'm very glad that they're here. They've been here for a while. My neighbors also, I thought they might come, but anyway, we welcome, especially a food establishment. We hate to lose any down here. We're glad to know you're open during the day and maybe on Sunday and stuff, because I know some of the church crowds have talked about having a place to go at lunchtime or brunch time after service. So anyway, again, the same thing, hopefully at night, and I know you don't welcome them, but we have had crowds that have been, it took we in the city way too long to get them out of here. So I mean, we like to get our sleep here. We're like any sleepy neighborhood. We do want to be able to live and sleep here too. So, but otherwise, we know it's been good and welcome to the crowd. And you might want to have postcard, inexpensive, type promotional, and have somebody go and put them in all the mail slots within 2 to 3 or 5 blocks around here, making sure they don't go in the post box because you can get in trouble. But
Okay.
But at least for
Thank you.
the locals, because we didn't know the hours and stuff and such, so.
Thank you, Mercedes. I think you put a lot of pressure on the committee. At this point, I'd like to have
Yes, I'm here
I
watching
feel a
your
motion
person.
is in order.
Good. Seconded it.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion or comments? Again, I still have to follow the rules. Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. I'm sorry? Oh, you know your mic comes on whether you meant to or not. Thank you. Motion carries. Good luck to you all.
Could the clerk's office explain, I know she just did, but I think it's appropriate for every new
Yes.
applicant to.
Again, after when it comes on the full council agenda, once it goes through council, the city clerk's office will notify you. At that point, you can come pick up your license. Of course, as you already know, being responsible business owners and good citizens, you can't do it. You're not legal until you get your license. And I think which will be soon.
So, just to confirm with the clerk's office, could you iterate? I want to hear from the clerk's office.
Next Tuesday, your item will go to council for approval. Once it's approved via council, once all your sign-offs are complete, we'll give you a call to come pick up your license.
Thank you. Our next order of business is agenda item 0957-24. Subject communication sponsored by myself, Alderman Pete, on behalf of the city clerk's office, submitting an application for a change of ownership for a Class B fermented malt beverage and intoxicating liquor license for J.T. Connor Kick, LLC, DBA JT's Corner Kick, which is located at 1301 Washington Avenue, Jose Toscano, Agent, 3rd District. Thanks for coming forward. Attorney Arnn will swear you in.
Raise your right hand. Thank you. Thank you. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth so help you God?
I do.
Thank you.
Thank you. Again, I have to repeat for consistency and equity or fairness. You're here to explain your hours of operation, what you plan to do about any public safety concerns. Again, I'll repeat hours of operation, which is critical, and you may have heard the officers mention some of our concerns as we try to do what's best for the city and protect community members. Also, we'd like to know a little bit about your experience handling alcohol, liquor license, things of that nature. Please proceed.
So hours of operation that we filled out on the application are 8 o'clock to 1:30 a.m. However, we even though we listed those times in order for to make it a safe environment, if we do see that there's any types of issues or anything like that, we're definitely looking to close a little bit earlier, as well as with the safety concerns, we're definitely going to limit the type of music that's going to be played at the establishment. We are shifting a little bit more to what the clientele was or what it used to be from the person that we're purchasing the business from. My plan for this establishment is going to be more soccer oriented. It's going to be more of a lounge type place where individuals can come and view their favorite soccer teams maybe the national teams, stuff like that. So it's going to be a totally different clientele, and it's not going to be any type of like nightclub or anything like that. It's going to be more of a lounge, relaxed type atmosphere where individuals can come and enjoy their favorite soccer teams, national teams, stuff like that.
Do you have any? Okay. Do you have any experience operating a bar or liquor establishment that sells intoxicating liquor?
I have no experience with selling alcohol. My background, I was in banking for many years. I was at CNH Industrial Capital for as a risk data analyst, and so this opportunity arose, and we all, my family, we also run a soccer club locally here in Racine, which is a soccer club, which we're avid soccer fanatics, and that's kind of where this opportunity arose, and that's kind of what we're looking to do.
Thank you. Attorney Arnn, is there anything?
Mr. Chairman, are you going to
Yes.
give the committee a chance to ask some questions?
Oh, well, I was going to go to her and come back because, but sure, go ahead, please.
Before we hear from the attorney, I would like to hear from the alderman of the district, if you don't mind.
Thank you. Go ahead, please.
Oh, she is? Heidenbeck.
I don't know if you've had an opportunity to meet with these nice folks.
Yes,
or-
I had an opportunity to meet with Jose. We had a nice long conversation about his involvement within the community and how he wishes to go forward with the soccer club theme lounge. Jose as well also met with other neighbors in the Uptown area, and we're excited for him to be joining the Uptown. We tried to get him roped in activities early on to see if to get him involved. We're all looking forward to see how he can yes, thank you, contribute to the Uptown community in our shift to a positive image.
Well, I just saw some pictures when I pulled up the address on my trusty phone on Zillow. It looks like the building is in really great shape on the inside. Have you been inside?
He's been working on the inside before it was, I needed just a little bit of TLC, encouraging Jose to please remove the vinyls that's on the outside so that it's can be more visible from the folks on the outside, so that they know that that you're running an up and up establishment.
And then, has there been any concerns about parking in the area?
It's located across the street from the public parking lot on 13th and Washington. You're welcome.
That's Alderco.
Yeah, and I met with these folks a few times. They bought the building, and they're putting a lot of stuff on their plate. She's expecting a little one in December. No, but no, it is. She should be. She's happy about that. But but I've talked to these folks, and I'm really confident that they're going to make a positive impact to this area. And I have no qualms about this one whatsoever. I've talked to them numerous times over the last few months.
Thank you, Alderco.
Is there any ability to serve food there?
That wasn't a thought and an idea. Unfortunately, I think there just isn't enough space to create a kitchen in there.
Thank you, Alder Widener. Any other questions from either one of you?
Could hear from Attorney New now.
Let me conduct the meeting, please. Go ahead, Attorney Arnn, please.
Thank you. There's not too much to report from the Good Neighbors meeting. I did meet with Mr. Toscano. We discussed Some minor corrections that he's making to the building. He looks like he's in the process of getting the occupancy permit from the building department, so he's on track for that. He has withdrawn his application for cigarette, tobacco, and vape because there's nowhere for patrons to smoke on the premises, so that should be out of your application packet. And then there was a complaint that was forwarded to me earlier in October. It was a flyer that was advertised as JT's Corner Kick, opening a grand event at this location. I did contact Mr. Toscano, who he explained that he did receive information or spoke with someone, realized that because he didn't have a license yet, he could not operate under Top 10's license. So he did cancel the event, and he did send me confirmation of that. So we discussed the fact that he can't operate until he has the license in hand. I believe he's clear on that now.
Thank you. Is there anything from the police officer?
I think, my own opinion, something different other than a nightclub is probably going to be very welcome over there. The last few establishments that have been there have been mainly nightclub type establishments. The only suggestion I would have is keep an eyeball on your closing hours, because there are other places around there and there might be issues at closing time, which is many times the case. And then obviously the parking across the street, while it is a public parking lot, it does fill up fast with the other places around there. So there have been issues with parking over there in the past when all of those establishments are operating. So it's just something to keep in mind. But other than that, I think could be a good change over there.
Thank you. Are there any other questions, concerns from the committee? Seeing none, a motion would be in order at this time.
Move to approve.
Have a
Second.
motion and a second. Again, I have to follow Robert's rule of law. Any opposed? Seeing none, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Again, any objections? Seeing none, motion carries. Good luck. And as we've been saying in the previous conversations, it's not official until it passes the council, which we understand is going to be next Tuesday. And then the clerk's office would issue the license. I'm sorry.
I'd like to hear that from the clerk's office, please.
Next Tuesday, your item will go to Common Council. Once it's been approved via Common Council and all your sign-offs are complete, then we will call you and issue you the license.
Great, thank you.
Thank you and good luck.
Good luck. Good luck, guys.
Our next item is 0958-24, communication sponsored by myself on behalf of the City Clerk's Office, submitting an application for a change of ownership and a Class A retail fermented malt beverage and intoxicating liquor license from Mann Family LLC, DBA Timers Beverage Center, which is located at 3800 Northwestern Avenue, Jatner Kaufman, agent, 6th District. Thank you for coming forward. Attorney Arden, would you please swear the applicant in?
Please raise your right hand. Thank you. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God? Thank you.
Again, for equity reasons, you're here to explain. We understand that this is pretty simple, just a transfer, but would you please give us some information about your business plan in general?
Plan is like hours of operations will be 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. and it's just to grow, take care of the community, and however the operation can be as smooth as the.
This is my mother, but I'm her son. So, for experience-wise, she's had over 15 years in the retail industry. We started our company, Man Family LLC, in Milwaukee in 2019, so during COVID, and we were soon able to, with her expertise, she's really good at what she does, so we were able to expand right away within the first year, acquire another location, and, up the sales at that place with, unique tactics that, just comes with experience, comes with, customer care, being able to handle your customers, know what's going on. Of course, be nice, be caring, make sure your employees are caring and understanding and appreciative. And, everybody says your business is as strong as your employees can back it. So we really, really are an employee-based company, and we take care of, that's how we grow. And then we were able to acquire another location, and now Timers will be our fourth.
I'll ask if there are any questions or concerns from the committee. Alderman Wagner?
More questions than concerns. So Timers has been in my district now for over 24 years that I recall, and it's really a gem and especially well regarded in the neighborhood. And I did receive one call regarding concern because they didn't know that there was going to be a sale of the business. And because it's been family owned and operated all these years, I think they're concerned that the policies, procedures that are in place under the current owner will continue with the new owners. And I guess when we spoke earlier, I didn't realize that this is number 4 for you. Who's going to be on site pretty much full time?
So it's, we are also a family-based company. So is, Sean Voss, that's the old owner. And there were a lot of people coming in saying, I want to buy this. Who wouldn't want to, again, like you said, it's a gem. And I think he really took a liking to us because, like him, we uphold the same type of morals. And you can kind of tell with, with experience that, okay, he built that business brick by brick, and to let something like that go, you want to make sure it's in good hands, it's being operated by the right people, and like you said, everything that Sean's put in place is the reason we love the business. So, of course, we're going to uphold everything and hopefully, make it better. And that's just by daily operations, again. As I think it's kind of being run almost at the peak that it is. But with, growth in population, of course, sales are deemed to go higher, and with the same morals being upheld, I think it'll be a good thing for everybody.
You started one business during COVID, now you're starting your 4th business when there's road construction that's probably going to take as long as COVID did. Yeah.
Do you know when that's supposed to be over? They told us October, and now it's November's ending. I don't know. It's crazy.
Yes, it comes with the
Okay.
time. Yeah,
Commissioner of
that's-
Public Works here, maybe he can tell you. I have no idea how long they have just been through that before when the MM was done. So I wanted to ask the current employees that are there, are they kind of transferring over to you?
Yes, all of them, most of them, so that's.
But are you expecting to transfer the business over?
So this is basically what we're waiting for. We're waiting for the licenses to come in. So then, obviously, we have vendors. We have multiple beer vendors, wine vendors, liquor vendors, and in order for them to actually open an account for this specific location, they're going to need that physical copy of the license. So once that's ready, otherwise, we've been there every day, and all the employees there, there's been people there for 20 plus years, and they're amazing. They know the community, and
That's important.
yeah, and we love them, and we just they're great. So they're going to be with the ship for sure.
Okay.
We are ready whenever the licenses are ready, yeah.
Do we need to hear from the attorney's office on this one?
I think Alder Cole has,
So,
Alder Wagner, please.
well, this place has been like a family business for years. Are you planning on kind of keeping it the same way? I've been going to Timers since they were up on this part of town.
Oh, wow.
And they've been, I actually have family that work there and stuff like that. And I mean, I just hear so much good stuff from the community about Timers, and I don't want to lose that. So I totally.
But also,
Yeah, to add on to that, I was actually just briefly speaking with Sean prior to, he's on a cruise somewhere, I don't know, but I was
Okay.
just, I was
All right,
just speaking
thank
to
you.
him, and, he was getting a little emotional to the, where he's, he built the business, and I'm like, Sean, it's, regardless of we're owning it, we're there, it's his store, he built the business, so those morals and everything he instilled, again, is why we fell in love with it, and we hope to, just uphold that and make it better.
I feel that you will. I think the
question.
committee does. Go ahead.
Is Sean gonna be done, or is he gonna have any time in there for a little bit, or?
Oh, I don't think he'll ever be done. He said he's gonna be done on papers, but he's gonna be coming in, always helping me out if I have any questions and stuff like that. What he said was, I can't wait to just see my customers and have chats with them without doing paperwork. So he'll be sticking around for sure.
He will be sticking around.
Yeah.
Attorney Arndt, did you have anything to add?
No, a Class A license doesn't require good neighbors meeting, so I don't have anything to add.
Anything from the police department? Seeing none, a motion would be in order this time.
I just wanted to make a comment. I think you were given a new liquor license packet. I think you have that. I just want to let you know that my name and contact information is on that page. If you ever need to contact me for anything, and I may be stopping in. Jack, got to carry that you contact.
Thank you, Alder Widener.
I move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? Again, I have to follow the rules. Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Congratulations on the transfer of ownership. Thank you.
Wait to see you guys.
So I'd like to hear from the clerk's office so they know what's happening.
Okay.
Next Tuesday, your item will go to Common Council for approval. If approved, you'll have your sign-offs. Once your sign-offs are approved, we'll give you a call to pick up the license.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
so
you.
much.
Our next item is item number 101824. Subject is the communication sponsored by myself, Alder Pete, on behalf of the City of Racine Police Department for the licensed premises report. Sergeant, did anything stick out in your report?
You may have seen one for shots fired call at Michigan Pub, but however, when the officers arrived there, it was unfounded, so there were no shots there through their investigation. Otherwise, a lot of them were extra tensions which were created by the police department themselves that had no issues associated with them, and just a couple of larger crowds, again, at the bar closing time in the 6th Street area where we've had issues in the past.
Thank you. Any questions from the committee?
At all? I'm just,
And
There's
Alder Cole?
nothing that's over the top.
Okay. At this point, I'm looking for a motion.
Move to approve.
Motion and second.
second.
We approve so they'll come,
Okay,
be
all
included on
Yes.
the report.
Okay. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Our last item this evening is item number 058224. Communication sponsored by myself requesting any consideration, any formal expression of concern or other actions pursuant to the police report. Does the committee have any
Move
questions?
to receive and file.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any objections? Seeing none, all of those in favor, please say aye. Motion carries. We are adjourned.
Some of that barbecue.
I don't think you can say that, especially in the chamber. Well, but you just approved it.